This is Eagle Owl, and today I'll be talking about Dallas Goddard. He will be an X factor against the Rams. Also, Darius Slay is stepping up to be that leader we like. And lastly, we got to talk about Cam Jurgens. He's been killing it, but let's get straight into it. All right, man. So before we hop straight into it, we definitely got to talk about the injury report and let's go over it. All right. So you had Devontae Smith, who did not practice yesterday. His game status, I will definitely be watching because I won't say we need Devontae Smith, but it'd be great to have him out there. I think we could beat the Rams without Devontae Smith. We know Bryce Huff getting surgery on the wrist. So we'd definitely be looking out for that, see if he gets surgery or would not get surgery. But I'm hearing two different stories, like he's going to wing it. Then I'm hearing a story that he's going to get the surgery. Jalis Hunt and Milton Williams were limited. But I heard something about Milton Williams. He was talking to, I think, John McMullen, and he was walking out the locker room and he told John McMullen, see you Sunday. So Milton Williams might give it a go. I'm not sure what Jalis Hunt is going to do, but Jalen Hurts was truthful. He was a full participant. We got N'Kobe Dean, full participant, who's dealing with a groin injury, and then Brenton Covey, who looked like he's going to make his debut against the Rams, was a full participant. So again, Devontae Smith is the guy to watch. It seemed like he hurt that hamstring more against the Commanders, that quick turnaround. I know he's been dealing with a hamstring for quite some time, but he's been playing through and playing through and playing through it. But this is something to watch. Now, see if we go against the Rams or not. Again, I wouldn't be mad because we definitely need Devontae Smith down the stretch. Like you thinking of the Ravens, or even like a tough defensive team like the Pittsburgh Steelers, or even Washington again. Like we're gonna need him those games, man. So if there was any game, I'm like, okay, just chill. We could win this one without you. It could be this Rams game. But the guy I believe that's going to step up for Devontae Smith or in Devontae Smith's place is Dallas Goddard. So last year, Dallas Goddard had 9 targets, 8 catches for about 117 yards and a touchdown. Like he went off against the Rams. And one thing I will say, Rams struggle against really good tight ends. And this is what PFF had to say. So according to PFF, Dallas Goddard has a favorable matchup versus the Rams defense. Goddard ranks fourth amongst tight ends in receiving yards per game this season. That production should continue against the Los Angeles Rams defense that ranks 25th in yards allowed per game to opposing tight ends. So the Rams, again, going into this season, struggle against good tight ends. I think he's the guy to watch. Of course, A.J. Brown is going to be A.J. Brown. He's probably going to give us at least 70 plus yards. But Dallas Goddard has been, when he's in the game, he has been consistent. I will say that he's been quietly consistent. When his number is called, he do his thing. Dallas Goddard made a lot of us mad with that fumble, but shout out to Greg Alcantara for recovering it. But Dallas Goddard been quietly good this year, of course, blocking, but also being that receiver tight end that we know he can be. So I think he goes off against the Rams. I think he has a phenomenal game against the Rams. So watch out for him, man. If you into your fantasy football, whatever, you got Dallas Goddard, I would say start him. I would definitely say start him, man. I think he's going to go off. I think he's going to have a really, really good game. Watch out for Dallas Goddard. But let's talk about Darius Slay. And how Darius Slay is really stepping up into that leadership role. And then in the article, it mentioned how Darius Slay and Nick Sirianni teamed up for a project. Had Darius Slay talk to like the younger guys and the things he went through in Detroit. You got to remember, Darius Slay was benched like 2, 3 times in Detroit, and he wasn't that good. He wasn't that good in the beginning of his career, and he got better and better and better. Eventually became, a Pro Bowler, and then of course the things he did in Philadelphia. He also mentioned that like, yo, Jim Schwartz was the guy that benched me in Detroit, but then he was the guy that traded for me in Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken. So he's like, look, man, you can have your downs, but you can pick this up. You can recover. It's not the end all be all. And when I say Darius Slay recovered, he definitely recovered, man. Remember, it was guys like James Jones mossing him. Remember, Dez Bryant at one point did him dirty. Like, there were games like Darius Slay. I won't say he looked like a bust or whatever, but he had his rookie woes. And then all of a sudden, Slay became Slay. He locked in, did what he was supposed to do. And now, even though our rookie's not struggling like a Quinyon Mitchell or a Cooper DeJean, but he's there as a mentor to tell him, like, if that day come, if it comes or whatever, you can recover. You can definitely recover. Like, I seen this video, and I'm gonna show as I speak of them. The young guy Quinyon Mitchell and Darius Slay, they in practice, and he just teaching Quinyon Mitchell a thing or two. Well, I don't see Darius Slay as no head coach in the future, but being like a position coach or like a trainer after he retired, I think he can do it because he got the respect. Of course, what he did in the NFL, and he got the technique, and he know what he's doing. And if he played the big part of or on how Quinyon Mitchell is playing, yeah, he can really be a good like positional coach or whatever. So Slay more than likely got a job in Philadelphia. If he decide to hang it up, I think Howie Roseman gonna look out for him. Because how we usually do that. You got to think like the Darren Sproles of the world. I think he's still involved in like the front office or whatever. A couple guys they not coming to my mind like Matt Leo. Matt Leo. So is a couple guys that's really a part of the organization. We know Jason Kelsey is not a coach, but come on, man, Jason Kelsey gave pointers or two. So Darius Slay, he's an Eagle, man. He's an Eagle in and out. I know Detroit, drafted him, but Philly adopted him, Darius Slay is definitely here. I know some of you guys not the biggest fans because some of the things he do on social media, which I don't like, but we got to be honest. Slay is a really good mentor, and the things he been teaching Quinyon Mitchell, it got to be saluted. Definitely got to be saluted. And speaking of a young guy that has been stepping up, is Cam Jurgens. Cam Jurgens had struggles in the beginning of the season. We know snapping the ball, him and Jalen Hurts not being on the same page. It's crazy when I seen it happening. It was frustrating, but during the offseason, I was like, look, man, there are going to be some struggles in the beginning of the season with Cam Jurgens and Jalen Hurts. Like, it been Jason Kelsey there the whole time. But I'm like, as the season go on, this was my prediction. As the season go on, Cam Jurgens is going to get better and better and better. Like, we got to be patient. In the first, I would say 3 to 4 games, Cam Jurgens was struggling a bit, but now he looked like an all-pro center, man. Because remember when Jason Kelsey retired, a lot of people were like, where's the tush push, or are you going to still get that athletic center guy or whatever? And mind you, Jason Kelsey said over the offseason, he's like, look, man, I'm happy to be known as one of the greatest centers to play in Philadelphia. But the way Cam Jurgens play, I wouldn't be mad if he overtake that. Now, I don't want to go that far. But man, Cam Jurgens is playing at a high level. And shout out to Anthony DeBona. He the one that have these numbers. So Anthony DeBona said once Jason Kelsey retired, many thought that the Eagles would struggle to convert the tush push without their likely Hall of Fame center. Yet the Eagles are actually converting the QB sneaks with the duo of Jalen Hurts and Cam Jurgens at a slightly higher rate. See that? Philadelphia's success rate on QB sneaks from 2022 to 2023 with Kelsey at center was 86.3%. In 2024, Philadelphia's success rate on QB sneaks with Cam Jurgens is 87%. So it's literally a slight. See, Cam Jurgens, he don't have the personality of Jason Kelsey. Cam Jurgens seemed more laid back, country guy, came from Nebraska. Like, come on, man. So he's more, I'm on my farm doing my thing. Whereas though Jason Kelsey, he got the podcast. He love the fans, do the beer. He's the most beloved Eagle probably of all time. But Cam Jurgens, Cam Jurgens is doing his thing and is playing at a high level. Now, I would say this Cam Jurgens, year 2, year 3, and if he keep this up, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. As far as production, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying he is, because I know a lot of you guys in the comments are like, what? Look, I'm not saying he is, but I wouldn't be surprised for all said and done. Cam Jurgens have a slightly better career than Jason Kelsey. So Jason Kelsey wasn't too far fetched. He knew what he scouted. Remember, Cam Jurgens supposed to started last year. He like Cam Jurgens is the guy. He told Stoutland, he told Howie, like, yo, go get that Cam Jurgens, man. Remember, Cam Jurgens did a hell of a job at right guard, and he transitioned to center right now really, really well. But man, oh man, Kelsey might been on to something. But that's all I got for you guys today. And hey, man, what do you think? How do you feel, man? Will Devontae Smith give it a go? How do we feel about Darius Slay really stepping up and being that leader? Cam Jurgens. And this is Eagle Owl, man. I'm out.